Let's begin with day 2. I think I may do a couple of these throughout the week, but I have to be called to it. I will definitely do one every Sunday, and I have an extra video at the end to kind of do a soul and inner child for today. So, day 2. There is great power in not knowing what is next, not knowing what to decide, not knowing how you will make it to where you know you want and need to be. Every given moment contains within it doorways of opportunity, and when you choose to walk through one, you make realities available to you that were once invisible. When you do not know what is next, you enter the realm of infinite potential. Instead of trying to plan your life so safely and so succulently, you can begin to plan for the moment, the joy, the journey. Instead of living on autopilot, you can learn how to continuously meet the ever-changing, ever-possible now. When you finally admit that you do not know what is next, you enter the golden vortex, the space between everything you know, that you're meant for, and anything you had previously imagined to be. We're going to go into day 3 and lead with this also. One day you will realize that happiness is not what your house looks like, but how you love the people within its walls. Happiness is not finding success by a certain time, but finding something you love so much time itself seems to disappear. Happiness is not thinking you have earned the world's approval, but waking up each day and feeling so at peace within your own skin, quietly anticipating the day ahead, unconcerned with how you are perceived. Happiness is not having the best of everything, but the ability to make the best of anything. Happiness is knowing you are doing what you can with what you were given and what you have. Happiness is not something that comes to you when every problem is solved and all things are perfectly in place, but in the shining silver linings that remind us the light of day is always there if you slow down enough to notice. What do you take from day 2 and day 3? What do you take from it? What's your lesson for the week? What is your lesson this Sunday? Are you willing to match that lesson this week and work in it? Now let's get on to the next part of the video. Thank you. Hey guys, okay, so today we're going to do a little reading, but it has the focus of doing some shadow work and some inner child healing. So it's a reading, but it's more of what does your soul need to hear? What does your inner child need to hear to help you move forward in life? So if you feel drawn to stay for that, let's do it. Pick a pile. Pick this one with this heart on it or this one. Pick the cards that you're drawn to. Not necessarily the crystal. The crystal isn't as important as what's underneath. Alright, so now that you've picked, you may stay for both. You may get both messages that resonate for you. So if you picked pile 1, first card is a shadow work card. It says fearful, a learned behavior that can be unlearned. Also a low vibrating feeling that creates limitations for you and future happiness. So whatever your fears are, like right now, if I ask you, what is a fear that you know is holding you back from a better life? What comes to mind? Work and sit in that for a moment. Let that guide you to try to help you figure that out. Okay? Because what we fear is usually irrational, and it's just our mind telling us things. We really just need to get out of that fear in our comfort zone and go for it. Otherwise, we'll never get anywhere, right? Alright, the next one is the inner child healing. Your past, you felt insignificant. And now you understand your value, talents, and worth. And even if you're riding the line of not fully there yet, you know that you're not insignificant, or you wouldn't be here. You're here for a reason, okay? There's no accidents or coincidence in your presence on this planet. So own that. Own your space on this earth. Be bold with that. Own it. It's yours. Okay? And try not to live in the past. You know, if people made you feel insignificant, that has no truth on who you actually are. That's their own perception of you with their brokenness and their anger and their whatever, right? So strip away everyone else's words, thoughts, and actions about you and go back to your own. All right, next up we have, again, self-love. So this is all about, obviously, you know, like, it doesn't take a genius to tell you that you need to love yourself more. You need to accept yourself more. You need to forgive yourself more. All right, babes? All right, so for you guys, this is all about repeating cycles. You're repeating cycles that you know that you're repeating. So stop. If they're not helping you anymore, if that person, that relationship, if it's not working, that career's not working, don't live in your fear and continue cycles that don't work for you. Break them. Break the cycles. And the other meaning for this round and round card is, you know, a lesson that you're trying to integrate into your life has not fully been integrated yet. So you're finding it challenging to break those cycles that I'm talking about. This is saying look at the situation or the relationship or whatever, the circumstance, with a new perspective. Try to look at it from a different perspective. You'll get your answer. I love the Emperor card. It's the most masculine card in the tarot deck, okay? This is all about action. I mean, look at that power. Look at that face, that determination. Look at them abs. Look at that sword. All right, anyway. Back at the lecture at hand. So this is all about authority. This is about structure. This is about a protector, a male protector, whether it's a father figure, whether it's a spouse, a brother, an uncle. And it also speaks to guides, but this is more in the physical world. So this is saying that, you know, look to that male emperor in your life. They have much guidance and will help you when you feel stuck. You may not like the answer that they say because they'll be so matter of fact, like, girl, just get off your ass. You want it, go get it. And really, that's what you really need to hear, though, right? So don't be afraid to, like, invoke the emperor in your life and go to them for guidance and help. All right, you can get out of your fear, okay, and know that you are very significant, baby. All right, next up, if you chose pile 2, vengeful. So find a better way to heal your anger. This negative emotion comes back full circle. So here you have, like, kind of like the cocoon phase, the hermit, you know, in tarot cards, where you're kind of like going within, kind of feeling sorry for yourself. This is, you lead more with your anger. You pop off easier. This is me. I was more vengeful before I healed. So this is saying right now, like, take a moment and see, like, what comes up, okay, when you think of being vengeful. Who comes up? Do you still feel that way towards them now, or have you healed from it? If not, work on healing it, okay? All right, next up. Your past, you felt inferior, okay? You know, now you know your personal strengths and high capabilities. So yeah, where in pile 1 you felt insignificant, here you may have felt inferior at some point in your life, or maybe more than once. And this is saying now, you know, you're very capable. You're not there anymore, basically. All right, next. Your will should drive you. So you need to find that willpower. And where you feel stuck and you're not in your full willpower, you need to figure out why and fix that. Like, for real. Let's get down to business and handle shit, right? All right. Next up, you got this card in reverse, okay? So you got never ending story. But you got it in reverse. So that's you. You're a little cute little fairy, okay? I don't care if you're a guy either. Just chill out with all that bullshit. Anyway, your heart is in the sand, in the time. It's stuck in time. So it's saying that you are stuck in time, right? However, this is saying, look, you've been stuck. You've been stuck. The only reason you're still stuck is because you will not change your mindsets, okay? And you will not let some of the things go that is hurting your heart. Right now, you're in protective cocoon mode with protecting your heart, right? So this is saying you can bring it out. You need to, like, get the will to break out of your cocoon, break out of your shell. Too many of us are living in bubbles. Fear is stopping us from living of what people are going to think. Fuck them, okay? They don't go with you when you die, okay? All right, next up we got the Knight of Swords. This is all about, again, taking action. This is all about finding that will, okay? Because this is all about, I will have my victory. The beast will be slain. I care not for its suffering, its life, or its pain. So this is saying you're about to let it go. So this is like a more younger masculine energy, who could be either like a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. They're very opinionated, and that even could be their rising sign, because they could be more of that with their rising sign. So for those of you that pay attention to that, pay attention to that, okay? But this is seizing the moment. For you, this is about seizing the moment, being a little bit rebellious and ambitious. Okay, so here we have the Six of Wands, okay? Loving her. Look at her determination. Look at her. She's like, yes, bitch, I'm about to go get that bag, baby. Look at all that abundance I'm about to create. Look at all them flowers. People bow down to me. Bunnies bow down to me. Anyway, I gotta be funny a little bit. But this is all about, I have fought well and hard to earn my place here. If you ally with me, you have little to fear. So this is like, you are somebody that is so strong in your character. But you may not let that shine because of the people that you have around you. This is about, you know, having public acclaim, recognition, roles of leadership, awards, ceremony, prestige. So maybe you're going to graduate college soon, or school soon, or, you know, like whatever, that business school, whatever. This is all about, like, all your hard work, you're going to get that acknowledgement that you so have been needing. Okay, so I hope that all of this resonated for y'all, and I hope that you learned something about, like, shadow work. And basically it's really just asking yourself the hard questions, and in healing your inner child is really just showing yourself the utmost love and compassion and understanding, and not holding yourself accountable for old versions of you when you didn't know any better. Now you do. Now you're evolved. Now let all that go. I love you.